Hello and welcome to this very special video of my story, how to going from shy girl to a businesswoman. So I grew up like everybody else, normal, low income family. My father had no education, my mother was working at an office. And so that's kind of what I had to look up to. And that was not fancy in any way. It was just the way that my life was and how my world was. So I didn't know anything else than that. And maybe you can relate to this. And I never at that time thought of myself as shy, but I can definitely see that people would have thought that. I it was more like I'd rather look at people and I'd rather observe them than kind of just speaking out and yelling out loud. Um, but another reason why I didn't do that was that I learned, you probably heard that too, like, shh, when you were young, you're too loud, settle down, calm down, like, don't run around, don't yell too much, don't freak out, don't be hysterical, and all of those things. And then us more sensitive beings, we kind of shut down a little bit, pull into ourselves, and kind of make our own little safe bubble. So that's mostly what I did. But I definitely struggled with self-esteem, with low self-worth. I was nothing. Like I was just like everybody else, not even that. I felt less than everyone else. I felt everyone else was better at something than me, or smarter than me, or more pretty than I was. I was comparing myself a lot. And so, yeah, really, really low self esteem. There was a lot of things that I now regret not doing because I really wanted to, but I was afraid to do it because of what would people think. So I never did anything like out of the ordinary. I kind of really stayed in my own safe bubble. I was afraid to speak my mind because I was used to people telling me it was wrong, or getting um, where like I felt I had to get defensive and kind of give a reason why I thought that or why I said that, and I couldn't do that, so I just stopped doing it. So yes, I was definitely afraid of speaking my mind. I'm still working on that, but I'm getting a lot better. And so yeah, no confidence, no self-worth, no self-esteem, but in some way I actually had a lot of courage because I would just close my eyes and then go into things. So I've heard that I was brave before, but I never really took that in. Like I didn't identify myself with that. So I really just felt like a nobody. And yeah, so that's the short version of the story and how I kind of felt. Never felt beautiful, never loved myself, never felt loved. Like I was taken care of, and my family was there for me, but I never felt love in a way that I needed. Like we didn't show emotions in our family, so I didn't feel loved in that way. And but I've always, maybe it's related to this courage thing, that I've always felt like I had to do something else. Like I knew I would never have a normal job. That was just not me. I knew at a very young age that I wanted to travel. I was very obsessed with Iceland because I love horses, and at that time Icelandic horses was just the thing. So I really wanted to go to Iceland. Also New Zealand was a big thing for me. Also America is now. I just love traveling. So I always knew that I wanted to travel, and I always knew that I needed to do something different than a normal job. But I never, that's kind of what I knew deep down inside, but I never had the confidence to go out and do it. It wasn't until I got in jobs that were very hard. I got completely burned out. I got completely stressed out. I lost any connection to myself. I was sick. I had to go on sick leave and all of that because I was done. And I remember writing in this, I had this little golden book where I wrote down like a journal every day, like what had I been doing. And then I had this little scale of my mood, like how was my mood, how did it feel, was it good or bad, and then my energy, where was my energy level. And I remember writing that and also looking back at that because I looked at it a few years ago, how bad my life was, how bad I was feeling. I had no happiness at all. I had no meaning with my life. I I was really, really, really bad at that time. Like, again, I really felt worthless. Like, I felt if I died today, no one would miss me. It would, like, my life had no meaning at all. So this is kind of where I started to, also because of the job, that it was horrible. I couldn't do that. I had to figure out, what do I want? What will make me happy? Because I knew I couldn't do that for the rest of my life. So I had to find a job that I could do for the rest of my life and that I wanted to do, not something someone else told me or something that I thought I should, because this is the subconscious where 90% of our behavior, our life comes from, is what we have been told as children, what we've learned through school and parents and all of that comes from. So I thought I was just meant to have a normal regular job. That was kind of my mind saying you need a regular job. Preferably you should hate it, because that's what everyone else was doing. They hated their job. Their job was just something you did to make money. So I did that. I found a horrible job that completely broke me down and that I completely hated, until I had to stop. And I had to think about it in another way, which was, okay, what do I want? What makes me happy? So going back to those books, or this golden book that I had that I wrote in, my energy level was, from a scale of 1 to 10, was at 2, 3, because I woke up, then I was awake a few hours, then I slept again, and then I woke up and was up a few hours, and then I slept all night. That was my daily rhythm. That was my routine. That was all I could do at that time. So, yeah. I just knew something had to change. I knew I had to change, and I knew I wanted my life to change. So I went back in my life and I thought, when have I been really happy? Like, what have I done, or what has been happening that made me feel appreciated, that made me feel worthy, or just like someone, like I could do something, I could help someone, which then came into massage, and I started the alternative way of, I became a massage therapist and a body therapist and acupuncturist, and a lot of things like that, which kind of kickstarted this having my own business. Because what I figured out one day was that as a massage therapist, as body therapist, I could have my own business. And that thought just clicked in my head, and that's kind of when my life completely changed, where the impossible that I had never even considered or thought about suddenly became like a reality, like true, like, wow, I can actually do this. Because low self-esteem, low self-worth, and all of that is I still had to work on. But it suddenly became a possibility, like it could actually happen to me. And you know, I'm nothing special. I have no gifts like some people are just natural clairvoyant and they're just natural healers, and I probably have something, I just don't know what it is yet, other than dancing. um I was very good at that. I am, well, it's pretty natural to me. Anyway, that completely changed my life, knowing that I could do something I thought was, I didn't even think was possible. So I started like that, small business, just me, uh, and my work with my hands, my body, and that's what I did. And suddenly that um, became bigger and bigger, and then I started what I'm doing now, which is healing, dancing, mentoring, guiding people to have a much better life, to find the love of themselves, feel confident, find their purpose, find out what it is that they want to do, have the courage to do that, be themselves, show up, shine, get rid of all these beliefs and all these programs that we have learned and we have gotten through our life, so we can live the life that we're truly meant to. So that road from starting the business and kind of actually become successful had a lot of bumps, because I spent the last many years working on my self-worth, making on my self-esteem and my confidence, so I could actually also, because in my mind I knew I could do it, but like in my body or somewhere I didn't really believe that I could, because you know, I'm just a shy little girl, and I'm worthless, and I'm not good at anything, and I'm not smart and all of that. So I have had to work on that for years. So if you resonate with any of this, from the, especially from the beginning, about being uncertain, not being confident, not feeling worthy, feeling like you're nothing, then I just want to tell you, because this is my message, that everything is possible. If I can do it, you can do it. And I know there's a lot of people saying that, but it is true. And I really believe that everyone can do it. I believe that you can do what it is that you truly want to do, what it is that you deep down inside dream about doing. Because I went from this insecure girl, I didn't have the confidence to raise my hand in classes, because I was sorry worried about people would say that I'm or people would think that I was stupid, or that I would say something wrong and that would really hurt my teeny tiny fragile ego, and self-worth and self-esteem, the little that I had. So I didn't do that. I was doing not very bad but not very good in school until then. And that's one of the way I can see it, because now I've been studying the last few years, and I've gotten good, like really good grades. And that's because I truly believe that it's because I did the inner work. It's not because I'm good at it, like I'm naturally good at it, like some people just get the good grades. I really truly believe that it's all about the inside my energy, that I feel more confident in myself. I love myself, which means I am more calm at presentations, at exams and things like that. So it might be easier to remember things. It would be easier to explain things and to kind of have this dialogue that you need to do when you're, for example, at an exam. I really truly believe that it comes from the inside. So whether you're studying and it's exams, or it's a job that you want to get promoted on, you want to get higher, or you want to completely change your job, like your career way, I believe that it's possible. It doesn't matter how low you think you are, it's possible. You can also start your own business and do your thing, whether it's traveling the world or having your own school or whatever it is. I really believe that you can do it. It's all about having the will and the drive to do it. Because like I said, I didn't have the skills. I learned it because I kept going, and I've been through hard times doing this business work. First 5-6 years, I didn't have a great income, could not make it a living, but I kept doing it, and I keep doing it until I get to where I want. So the only reason why this won't happen to you is if you stop doing it, stop going for it, and stop believing in it. So that was a little bit longer of a video, but very important message. Again, I really truly believe that everything is possible, that you can do what you really want. It's all about getting healing or changing those beliefs that you already have, that you're not good enough, you can't do it, and give you some confidence so you can go out and you have the courage to go do it and fail and try again and fail and do it again and keep going until you get what it is that you want. So that was my story from little shy girl to businesswoman. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it inspiring. Please, if you did, give me a like. If you'd like to hear more videos, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.